This is the subject software testing and validation. We are going to discuss unit 1 topic verification. So what is verification? Here we are having a question. Are we building the product right, or are we building the software product in a right manner? Which means we are following some process, and then that process produce a right product, a product right, which is according to our requirements. So verification is the process of product development phase. It determines whether the product meets the specified requirement. It ensures that the product is building according to customer requirements. And the software verification offers answer of are we building the software product in a right manner. So how we come to know that we are on right track, or we are building a product right, or we are following some right procedure. It includes reviews, meetings, walkthrough, inspection to evaluate the documents, plans, code, requirements and specifications. So next is features of software verification. Identify defect early stage. It means before the releasing product in a market, we through these verification process we come to know that our product is error free or not. So performed during early stage of software development process to determine whether the software meets the requirements. It ensures precision of final product. And the next is it ensures the consistency, completeness and correctness of the software in development phase. So next is type of verification. So types of verification are static verification and dynamic verification. In static verification we go at the developer side and test or verify our product. It involves inspection of code. It is an analysis based approach such as code conventions. And the dynamic verification, it involves the execution of software or code what we have developed. We need to execute and check that the product is according to our requirements. It concerned with the working behavior of the software. It carried out the execution of software or code. Team select group of test cases consisting of test data, then find out the output test result. It means we select a team for executing or evaluate some process, and then we prepare test plan and for data input data for testing our functionalities. So here the static verification includes desk checking, code inspection, code walkthrough, review, and dynamic verification includes functional testing, structural testing and random testing. All these things we will discuss later on. And the methods of verification, what are the different methods we used in this. So inspection includes desk checking, walkthrough, software review, technical review and formal inspection. Formal inspection when the product is under developing phase, a supervisor or manager go at developer side and test the product or everything is going according to plan or not. So analysis, mathematical verification of the test items, which can include estimation of execution time and estimation of system resource. Demonstration means we are going to show the working functionality to our supervisor. It is to demonstrate the product to ensure that the performance is as expected. It is to check the main functionality. It is a black box testing. So demonstration, it is to demonstrate the product to ensure that the performance is as expected. It is to check the main functionality. It is a black box testing. And then next is testing, known as white box testing. It is to check input output values along with the intermediate results. It means we are inspecting the developing phase code, what developer team written and what they are implementing. Analysis means we are analyzing the product or our requirements, and the analysis always based on mathematical. So we need to know that the estimation of time execution, how much time it will take to complete the product, or how much time a functionality need to complete a particular function, and what are the system resources it need. Demonstration means हम क्या है कि उस प्रोडक्ट को हमारे सुपरवाइजर या जो भी स्टेक होल्डर है उसको दिखाने के लिए जा रहा है, प्रेजेंट करने के लिए जा रहे हैं कि जिसकी कुछ वर्किंग कंप्लीट हुई है उसको शो करने के लिए कि दिस इज द प्रोडक्ट एंड हाउ इट इज बिहेविंग एंड हाउ इट इज वर्किंग. टेस्ट मीन्स वी आर providing some input data and taking some output data to check that expected and actual results are different or same. So next is validation. Validation also having one more question: are we building the right product? Previous question was, are we building the product right? So validation falls under the software testing life cycle. It comes after verification or development life cycle. Validation is a process of evaluating software products, so it ensures that the software redefined and specified requirements are fulfilled. It is to check actual and expected output of the product, because developers develop product using so many assumptions. Testing and the testing involves different testing methods: white box testing, black box testing, unit testing, integration testing. White box testing means the tester or the developer who is going to test the application or particular module know the internal working and design, or also know the knowledge of programming. Black box testing, it is always done at tester side, or the tester may or may not know the internal working or programming language. It means black box testing means we do not know the internal working and design, just we provide some input data and execute some test cases. After that we got some result and analyze the result. Unit testing, we divide our whole product in a different modules or smallest units. So we test each unit in a isolation or in a isolate manner. So the particular unit is working or particular function is working or not. Integration testing. Integration testing is to integrate different modules and then test it. So in integration testing we always check the compatibility with each other. It means output of one module is input for the another modules or intermediate results. So here are some procedure for the software development process or validation process. So gathering requirements and plan for testing, execute testing, analyze output. So gathering and analysis of specification and requirements, what we need in testing phase, softwares and hardwares, testing team and many more. Based on requirement, prepare test strategy, test plan and test case. Evaluate or execute the test cases, record the outcomes of conducted test, analyze the outcomes with expected outcome. And here are the differences between validation and verification. So validation is a dynamic mechanism. Dynamic mechanism, we are going and executing our functionality or running our product and then we are testing it. Verification is a static practice of verifying various aspects So validation involves the execution of code. Verification involves execution. Verification does not involve execution of code. It is the development or writing the code. So validation always done by testing team, and verification done by development team or quality assurance team. So validation involve white box testing, black box testing, and the verification involves reviews, meetings, inspection. It is to verify document, design, code and program. So testing is important phase of the software development life cycle. Without testing, we do not know the presence of error, or we do not know that our product is 100% bug free. So testing is to check whether the actual output matches the expected output and ensure that software system is defect free. It helps to identify errors, gaps or missing requirements. It can be done manually or using automated tools. Manually means human interventions are there. The test case prepared by human and the input data also manually provided to our system, and the management of testing and the output analysis, recording defects, preparing documents for output, all things are done by manually. And automated testing tools, so we set up an environment and a testing tool, so everything is done by a software. So here no human interventions are required. In automated testing, we develop some script to identify or to provide input to the data, and after the test case execution, the metrics or requirement traceability metrics or output results, analysis of the results are done by a software. And the methods are static and dynamic testing, white box, black box testing, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing. And the black box testing are two types: functional and non-functional. Functional means the requirement which have gathered in the analysis or requirement gathering process. Non-functional means our critical or important functions are working, but in non-functional testing it covers the performance of the system, how much time it takes to evaluate the particular function or particular methods. Here we cover some activities under testing life cycle: requirement analysis, test planning, test case development, test environment setup, test execution, and test life cycle closure. So requirement analysis. Here the test team studies the requirements from testing point of view to identify the testable requirements. What we will need or what we are going to test, that covers in requirement analysis. Any software hardware platforms required for that, we note it down. The quality assurance team may interact with stakeholders to understand the requirement details or what he exactly wants. Identify type of testing required. Prepare requirement, traceability metrics, identify test environment, and the next is test planning. So test planning is we are going to plan our testing, how it will be carried out in entire life cycle. So in it, test strategy is defined. Test manager is involved to determine the effort and cost. How much effort should be put on a particular testing or to test a module or functionality. It defines objective and scope of the project. Objective means what will be the outcomes or why we are testing a product, and scope of the project means what we are going to test. It covers in scope, and what we are not going to test covers in out of scope. Preparation of test plan for various type of testing, test tool selection, procedure planning, resource planning, and determining role and responsibility, and training requirement. If some of the testers may not have required skills, they may go under training requirements and training courses. Next is test case development. So now we plan each and everything. So now we are going to execute or build or write the test script. So create test case and write the test scripts to execute the cases. Review test case and scripts, create test data to input the different methods. And next is test environment setup. So now we are having our requirements, testing team, test cases, scripts which will we need to execute the test. So now we going to our set up our hardware and software, so we can carry it out or execute our testing. So set up hardware and software requirement to execute test case, set up test environment and test data. Next is test execution. So tester will carry out the testing and execute the prepared test cases to find out the defects or outputs. So record the results of the executed test case, bugs, defects, retest the defect fixes if there are some defects available, and then we submit the defect issues to developer, and developer remove those issues, and after that the resubmission we again go for testing phase, that the particular defect identified in previously that removed or not, track the defects, test report prepared based on test results. And the last is test life cycle closure. If everything is going well and no defects are detected in further activities, so test team will meet, discuss and analyze the testing outcomes, how many the requirements, the test case developed for each requirements, how many test cases are passed, how many test cases are failed, report the bugs and defects. So all these things reported to supervisor or manager. Prepare test metrics based on time execution, effort, test coverage, cost, quality, etc. Prepare the test closure report for a successful testing. So next, principles of testing. So exhaustive testing is not possible. It means it is not possible to test all possible combinations of. For this reason, risk and priorities are used to concentrate on the most important aspects to test. It means जो important functionality और methods है उनको हम priority base पे टेस्ट करेंगे, बिकॉज सभी कॉम्बिनेशंस को हम इसलिए ट्राई नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि देयर आर सेवरल पॉसिबल कॉम्बिनेशंस और दे आर इनफाइनाइट in number of terms. If I say the combination of number and characters, it can be huge number. So to save our testing, we prioritize our important functionalities. So next, testing shows the presence of defect. It means if we are testing some product and then it means if there is some defect and we are identified that during the testing process, then it is okay. If we are not identify any of the defects, it doesn't mean our product is 100% error free. Testing can show the defects are present but cannot prove that there are no defects. We cannot say that product is 100% defect free. Testing reduces the number of undiscovered defects. So next is early testing. Early testing means we are testing the product or identifying the defects before releasing our product. So the sooner we start the testing activities, the better we can utilize available time. we can start the testing in software development lifecycle or as soon as requirement document is available. Next is defect clustering. So small number of module may contains most of the defects. So we cluster or divide in some groups that the modules which are having more impact on the system and the modules which are having less impact on the system. And next is pesticide paradox. Execution of same test case again and again never reveal new defects, because when the test case is failed once, then if we are testing again that the same behavior of the function or the defect will be produced. So there is no meaning of testing a defected function again and again. So next is absence of error fallacy. If a product is 99% bug free, almost the product is completed, but we are having 1% product is with defect and the 1% product is important, so it is not usable. So I mean, if a product is 99% bug free but it does not follow the user requirements, then it is unable to use or unusable. How? If we are considered as ATM system, if withdrawal the money is not working, then what is the meaning of installing or developing a ATM system? Next is testing is context dependent. Testing approach depends on context of software developed. Different type of software need to perform different type of testing. So context development means just unit testing goes for white box testing, because unit testing is a smallest deliverable or unit, and the integration system testing always goes for black box testing, because individual modules or integration testing we have successfully completed. So now we are going to check only functionalities, input and output of the data.